Alright people, so a friend of mine wanted to document the process of my next big weird project, because if I don't jump around to a bunch of other things enough, I'm actually going to be working on learning how to do graffiti for a piece that I want to do in a place that I will not tell yet. Don't worry, it's pretty much legal, I think. Anyway, so the first part of that process is obviously getting tools. Now, as I was searching online, looking at different tips and how-tos and so on, came across a guy who had a very familiar accent, found out he's from Slovakia, asked him where I can get tools here. And he told me a place in Bratislava called Rooftop. It's awesome, downtown Bratislava. Check it out if you ever want to get painting stuff there. They have some really sweet things. So, that is what I did. I went there today and I picked up some supplies. So let's take a look at what we got. First things first, I got this sweet bag. It's just really simple, but it can hold up to 18 cans of paint. And it has some slots here in the top for different stuff. So it's got slots for gloves, and probably your mask will fit in here too. And so yeah, let's take a look at what we have in here. Alright, so yeah, the theme that I'm doing, I kind of already had the color scheme figured out. So basically I was just going and looking for different colors. So I ended up, actually cans here are super cheap for actually graffiti paint. It's around €4 a can, about $4.50. In the US apparently graffiti cans are super expensive, and also the thing is getting just normal spray paint cans here is like €6 to €7 a can. So it was awesome. So I ended up picking about 11 different cans, you know. So we got the classic black, because you're gonna need this for random stuff, who knows. White as well, because black and white is important, I feel like. Oh, these are by the brand Molotov, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's a German brand. We got a gray for some of the outlining and stuff I'm gonna do for the design. Sweet lagoon blue that will shade nicely with this Riviera middle. Okay. Then let's look into the greens. We have an awesome kiwi light as well as a normal kiwi for, again, shading. And then we went into the flame brands because they had some cool colors I wanted. So I got an orange and a yellow. And I also got a pink and purple. So those are all the cans that we got. And, of course, randomly picked up this Miles Morales Funko Pop. Didn't even know they sold them here in Slovakia. And I found them a place across from the graffiti place, so that was awesome. Then, on top of that, you have got to be safe. I got a respirator mask here. The guy was like, oh, you can get the cheaper masks, you know, that just go over your face for really cheap somewhere. These are kind of expensive. And I was like, no, I've done that before, and it really doesn't help at all. There's no point wearing those masks. If you're gonna paint, and I'm gonna be inside, if you're gonna paint like any decent amount, especially with spray paints and aerosol stuff, you really need to get a good respirator mask. I know they cost like 30 to 50 or more. This one costs 45, but it's pretty sweet. And I mean, it's gonna last me a while, and you can replace the stuff. So, sweet black respirator mask with the filters. Pretty stoked about that. And what else did I get in here? Oh, did you know, most of you probably don't unless you've done graffiti, there are different caps that you move around on the tops of your cans for different things. So you got wide, narrow, different kinds of sprays and stuff. So I grabbed a few different caps. The guy at Rooftop was super helpful. And nitro gloves, because you always get spray paint on your fingers whenever you're spray painting stuff. So yeah, I wanted to get a whole box, but he didn't have a whole box there in the store, so I just got like 8 pairs or something. So, and some other caps. So, and I got this sweet little squeezer thing. So it's an awesome magenta that I saw outside on one of their walls where they just do stuff. So yeah, the paint comes through here and you squeeze it and you can just do cool stuff with drips and things. So I'm gonna be using this to tag some places. I don't know where I'll be tagging yet. First I need to practice so I can actually get my tag down, good old Mersey. So there you have it. Let's take a look at these colors again so you guys can see them a little better. Look at these beautiful things. So yeah, this is basically the color scheme I'm going to be working with on the wall that I'm going to be doing. So there you have it, peeps. I will keep you up to date. The next thing we'll probably be practicing on some plywood or something that I can find, maybe some metal sheets or whatever. There's all kinds of stuff out by the dumpster that I'm sure I could just practice on. So yeah, that's the next step, and I'll record that too. So pretty excited with how this is going so far. Hope you guys are excited to see the process of the whole thing, especially once I get to the actual piece I'm going to be working on. See you around. Out at the garage, I found this little cabinet thing. It's not very big, so I won't be able to do much, but I can at least mess with the cans to see at least like how the spray feels, maybe even swap on a different nozzle and see what that looks like to mess with, and also just get colors. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. Got my sweet Molotov mask. Pretty awesome. So sorry I don't have a camera holder. I won't be able to video it, but I'll video after I mess around. So here's the two cans that I just was using. These are flame low pressure cans, so I haven't messed with the high pressure ones yet because I have some of those too. This one has what they call a banana cap on it. This one just has a black. So this is a skinny cap, normally used for lining and stuff, but you still need to learn how to move pretty quickly. So here's the difference between them. This top one was the original cap, and I went back and forth a few times. This was the banana cap, I just did one line, and this was the black one, the fat cap, that I also just did one line. So it's crazy how different those are. So if you're wondering the color scheme I'm choosing, it will be this. Obviously I will not be doing it necessarily in rainbow colors like like the way this is done. I just wanted you guys to see. This is the color scheme I'm going to be using for it. And another cool thing, my tag right here, Merzy. Yeah, so that gives you guys an idea of the colors I'm going to be using on the piece. Bright, fun stuff. I also have black and white that I'll be using, so there you have it. Yeah, so really all I wanted to do was get out here and mess around with some colors. Get a feel for the can, see what it's like to switch caps, what that means, how big of a difference it is, and the difference between the two caps that I bought plus the ones that come on it, and a feel for the different cans and stuff too, since some are high pressure and some are low pressure. Yeah, and there really is a difference, obviously. What's awesome to me is how well these things cover in just one thing. So even going over just parts of it, they cover really well, which is great. So, and then I was also messing around with my little roller thing. These are pretty much already dry, but doing my tag Merzy, that's Mr. Z if you didn't catch it. So yep, that was what somebody suggested for my name for graffitiing. So yeah, it was nice to get out here and get a little feel for it. Hopefully I'll have some bigger pieces I can practice on later and just mess around with different stuff. So catch you guys later.